the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. Waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
Tua, 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 Tua. Tua, 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 Tua. I've been trying to tell people for 4 years now. I've been trying to tell people for 4 years. I done lost over 30,000 subscribers in the last 4 years. I went and looked it up. I lost over 30,000 subscribers, and most of it is because of Tua, 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 Tua. People got mad at me and say I wasn't the same just because I wanted to tell them the truth about Tua, Tua, Tua. People say I've always loved your content, but you sold out because of Tua, Tua, Tua. And you want to know what, y'all? You know what the saddest part of it all is? They still gonna make excuses. They gonna still try to find ways to absolve him. And in the event that the defense plays spectacular next week and we were to get a win, it's more than likely not to be because of Tua. 4 years. People thought it was personal. They say you just can't come off your original stance. You're too deep in. Why won't you let it go? He's proven himself now. Now you're a real hater because he's already proven it. Look at the yards. Look at what he's out there doing. And you still don't know? This is embarrassing, y'all. The Buffalo Bills own us. They own us. So they own us in a whole new level now. They own us in a whole nother way now. And I'm going to get to all the super chats from the previous stream and this one. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to get over the Bleach Report and cool down. I had to. The Buffalo Bills own us on a whole nother level. I was just on Twitter and they already interviewing Bills players. And they like, yeah, we own Miami. We come here, we take over. Yeah, and you saw the crowd. This was a home game for us. And all week I was telling y'all it looked like they might be loading the stadium. Then the report came out 52%. Oh, that's not true. They just talking. Man, they were rocking that stadium. What player said that? Man, hold on. I gotta let me just go to my Twitter timeline. This is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Master at Work is like Master at Work is going off on us on Twitter. He is being relentless. I got to share my screen and show y'all some of this stuff. We are going to have a long week. We are going to have a long week. Look at this mess. Look at this mess. Look at this filth right here. We are going to have a long week. Look at this mess. Tua with the game on the line. We are going to have a long week. Miami Dolphins back-to-back week 3 champions. Spot throwing. Tua with the AFC East on the line. Spot throwing. Never even looked at the defense. All he care about is his one guy. Ugh. Tua. Well, you know what? We're gonna listen to some of these press conferences, y'all. But here's what's funny.
I keep receipts. We all have a way of how we do things, but like all the narratives about it, I am only good with Tyreek and me. I mean, I keep receipts. We all have a way of how we do things, but like all the narratives about.
All right, y'all. Y'all hit the like button on the way in. This is the post game show. We're going to talk about what happened tonight. We're going to break it all down. Shout out to the people donating to the channel. Appreciate your love and support. Jose said, TD, is it fair of me to call upon a rebuild if we lose next weekend? I'm sick of this group of players and more importantly, game manager Tua. That's the point, Jose. That's what I'm explaining to people. If we lose next week, your only way out is to nuke this whole situation. But they're not going to do it. What you need to understand is nuking this situation, moving on from Tua, is an admission of wrong. It's an admission that you were wrong. 2 years ago with the civil war in the organization, it would be an admission. And you think they're going to do that? We stuck. We stuck. They're not going to sit there and admit they were wrong. They're going to ride this till the wheels fall off. They knowing them, they'll be in the back of their head, hey, we'll just wait till he get hurt again and then we'll move on from him and say it's because he couldn't stay healthy. Knowing them, that's what they probably banking on. Terrible. They're going to wait for they out. They're going to wait for a scapegoat. Knowing them, man, I'm telling you now, let him have gotten hurt. They'll be like, whoa, we finally got a way out. To where we can't say that we were wrong. That's what it is. I was down on Tua when we took him. This is as far as we go with him. We can't waste 5 years on this BS. I appreciate you keeping it 100, TD. You don't understand. Here's the frustrating part about it. It ain't just me keeping it 100. I've had my assessment of him, but I was open to being proven wrong, and I have given him every opportunity to prove me wrong. Even tonight on the last drive, I said before the drive, everything will be forgiven. Just rise to the occasion right here. And he did exactly what he always does. People get mad at me because I can see what's going to happen before it happens. And just because you don't like the outcome, you get mad at me. You get mad that I saw the outcome ahead of time. I didn't want to be right. Give me a second, man. What is that? Oh boy. TD, you've been telling us for years now. You know the one thing I realized? The one thing that I realized, and by the way, shout out to the homie K Flex, and I think I just saw him up in here, man. Let me see. Did I see that correctly? Let me go back, man. Y'all putting so many comments, I can't even keep up. Shout out to the homie K Flex, and I thought I saw him up in here, man. He say this is the worst day of his life as a Dolphin fan, bro. So to the person, and Flex, if you in here, man, let me know if you want to come through, bro. I'll send you a link on Twitter, man. Man, I never wanted to be right, people. I've never wanted to be right with this whole I've been telling y'all for years. I didn't want to be right, but I see the behaviors. I studied to a game and broke it down to a exact science. First of all, you got to have a great run game, and we established that. You got to have elite of elite receivers that can get the greatest separation just in case his ball placement isn't perfect. And then if it is, you have those receivers, you need a structured offense that has excellent timing because he cannot process the field. You need guys that he can read, pre-snap the defense and say, this guy should be open, hike, let me put it in that spot with total disregard of the defense. And it fools you, and here's why. If I drop back the pass and I'm going to throw this 5-yard out no matter what the defense is, as long as the defense in a bad position, it looks like a dime. Y'all think it's a coincidence that Tua be fitting passes in that just over the defender, and it's a catch? It's like, dang, that was a dime. No, he putting it in a spot, and the defender is just out of reach. That's why so many of them look so perfect. It's like, oh my gosh, he be threading needles. He ain't threading needles. He just putting it in the spot. And as long as the defense ain't in position, it's going to look better than the typical anticipation person. It looks beautiful. But guess what? When the defense is where they need to be, that's why every pick he has just about. It's like, why did you even throw it? Like, if you look at all his interceptions, 90% of them are, why did you even throw it? He ain't got the typical quarterback interception tipped in the air like last week. Remember that one that was tipped? And that was even baited. He don't have those. He don't have the typical interceptions that most people have. Batted at the line of scrimmage, bobbled by the receiver, and they picked it off. Bang, bang, plopped in the air. He don't have those. Almost every one of his picks are, why would you even throw it? Because he's spot throwing. And guess what? In the NFL, spot throwing is going to work way more than it doesn't. But when it doesn't, it looks so egregious. It's so egregious. Tua looked like he wanted to cry at the podium. Did y'all see his post-game interview? He looked like he wanted to cry. Don't worry, we're going to play it in a little bit. Flores was right all along. Jordan Love is his first year, has had a better season than Tua. Green Bay is a fire team in the playoffs because of Love. $50 million for Tua? Question mark. Wow. And truth is, Jordan Love balling. The man ended the season like 18 touchdowns and 1 interception and got his team in the playoffs. Jordan Love, 18 touchdowns or something like that with 1 interception to finish the season in like the last 6 games or 7 games. Because these guys, they're supposed to struggle a little bit at first because they're pro-style systems and all of that. Do y'all notice we be running the same plays? Now, if you really look at our offense, Tua be doing a lot of blind stuff now. You notice in this game, he'll hike, fake this way, and just come back and throw, don't even check the defense, and it works. It's like we're exposing ourselves that everything is timing and in a spot. And as long as he get 100 throws a day in every one of them spots, he going to be money. It's like taking jump shots in the gym. Just keep on doing it. And when you get on that field, deliver it just like that. No regard for the defense. Even the dropped interceptions, they be so shocked it came to them because the timing is off. You can't survive with that. You can get lucky. You can go on streaks. You can even beat Kansas City next week. But it always come to an end because it ain't sustainable. Not against defenses that know it and they can bait you into it. Josh Allen owns Tua. Sad that Tannehill has been and and always will be better. Yeah, I don't even want to hear that no more. Oh, Tua better than Tannehill. In what? The 1 year Tannehill ever had everything around him in Tennessee, he was way better than Tua. A 118 passer rating. And we around here, Tua led the league with 105. Tannehill had a 118 in Tennessee with the running game and the receiver. As a Dolphin, he been better. But tell me when Tannehill had what Tua got around him as a Dolphin. Matter of fact, what Miami put on the field today with all the injuries is still arguably better than what Tannehill ever had. With the exception of the year Tannehill got hurt when he was 8-3, by the way. Even with all the injuries, what went out there on the field today was probably better than what Tannehill ever had. But we lie to ourselves and tell all these lies just to boost one man up who keep coming up short. And then once again, the saddest part of it all, we got a way out, and I guarantee you we ain't going to take it. I guarantee you, Chris Greer and them praying on their knees, if we could just beat Kansas City and then, nobody will question us next year when we give them the big deal. And I hope we do, because Kansas City been playing terrible. And I hope we do. No, I don't hope we. You know what? I hope we beat them because I just want this miracle story that we go and win it all. But it's all going to be, it ain't going to do nothing but set us up, set us back even further. No common tea tonight. You need straight liquor. I finished my common tea. I'm going to have to tell my wife to bring more. I'm going to have to ask her to bring me some more. Ugh. Imagine firing Flores over Tua when he really wanted Jordan Love all along. Imagine winning 2 more games than Flores with all these added resources. 2 more games? Flores won 10 games. We won 11. 2 more? Just one? Just one more game with all of these resources. And that's what I keep telling people. You mean to tell me Mike McDaniel inherits Flores' team? He adds a Connor Williams. He adds a Teron Armstead. He adds a Raheem Mostert. He adds a Tyreek Hill. He literally adds one of the best fullbacks in England. You add Bradley Chubb. You add David Long. Deshaun Elliott, Jalen Ramsey. That's 9 players that contribute to this team big time. And that probably ain't it. I'm just stopping right there. You add, I ain't counting Eli Apple. There ain't no ad. But Eli Apple got 5 picks this year. So I count them. Them 10 guys right there. You add Half, oh, come on, y'all. A-Chain. Oh, I ain't even say A-Chain. Mostert and A-Chain gave us a whole new identity in the run game. You add all of that, and it calculates to one more win? McGenius. McGenius. Look at what he's done to Tua. He's changed him. He's made him an elite quarterback. We tried to warn you, TD, and next week. Whatever, man. I'll deal with y'all tomorrow. Gosh, I got to go on this round table. I cannot believe this. This is embarrassing for me. As much trash as I was talking, who wouldn't talk trash up 3 games with 5 left? Who wouldn't talk trash? Oh, like the exact scenario to go wrong went wrong. The exact scenario of going wrong went wrong. Only way out, man. We got to beat Kansas City, man. It's the only way out, and we probably still going to have to go up against them again anyway. Oh, no, we might even have to play Baltimore in the second round if we were to beat KC. Oh, my gosh. And ladies and gentlemen, you want to know the truth? And those who watch me already know the truth because you've heard me say it without saying it. I told all of us this was going to happen exactly like this. 5 weeks ago, I said Buffalo going to win out. The only reason I had hope because I didn't think we were going to beat the Cowboys. And that's why I said it won't matter in the last week. Y'all remember I kept saying the last week won't matter. I knew this is exactly how it was going to go down. But the one thing I didn't see happening was beating the Cowboys. And we did. And when we did, I said, oh, we straight then. Because and somehow we still don't. It was the Tennessee game. My bad. It was the Tennessee game. I didn't see that happening either. And that's when I got nervous. It was the Tennessee game. That's when I got nervous because I knew what was coming. And when we beat the Cowboys, I was like, well, maybe we good. Maybe. Because I had us losing all 3. But we won 1. So I said, maybe we're okay then. TD, you always say you saw it coming. If you watch this channel, you know I tell you that what's coming. I told you last year when y'all got all excited with Tua about the Lions, Bears, and Browns. Oh, my. I said, y'all chill. No, TD. Like literally, there were subscribers on my channel that after the Lions, Browns, and Bears game, they said, TD, I've been watching you since day 1. Will you give Tua his credit now and call him a franchise quarterback? Because if you don't, I have to stop watching you because now it would make me realize that you're actually hating on him because he's proven it. And I told these people, he hasn't proven anything. Wait for week 12 when we play San Francisco and we go on that back end stretch. And they said, it's official. I can't watch you anymore. You're a hater. And they left. Same thing this year. I said, we ain't winning them last 3 games. That's why I was shocked that we beat the Cowboys. But I also didn't expect to lose to the Titans. I told y'all, I said we're not gonna win them last 3 games. We better win these now, and we lost to the Titans. And anybody watching this channel, you already know I said that. You lost like 100 subs that day. I already looked it up. 4 years, and I done lost over 30,000 subs because I'm a Tua hater. But everything I've been telling y'all, look at us today. Look at where we are today. I'm a Tua hater, but everything I told y'all about him, look at where we are today. And it's sad. I said time will tell. The only problem is we play so many bums that people are going to be blinded. They're going to think he's great because he's going to put up these gaudy stats because he got Tyreek and them running crazy and wide open zones all day. But when we play the great teams, he's going to look bad. But his stats going to be so good from the bums, y'all ain't going to see it. And here we are at the end of the season, and you ain't got to see what I've been telling you. Now you're feeling it. Now you're feeling it. So he better go out there and fool us again with the Chiefs. Because trust me, even if he had a good game versus the Chiefs, it's fool's gold. They've been bums this year. And let me say another thing about this Tyreek dropping balls. I don't care about Tyreek dropping the ball. You want to know why? Because every receiver drops balls. And I think what you need to realize is we can point at about 4 major drops from Tyreek this year. That's about it. About 4 major drops. But guess what? Any other receiver in the NFL got 10 of them this year. We just always try to find something and hold on to it to be like, well, that's just the deflect from Tua. So excuse me if Tyreek dropped 4 big passes and somebody said the biggest games. Well, y'all ain't complaining when he catch all his passes against Broncos, when he catch all his passes against this and that or that and this team. It happens. Do you see how much production this man be putting up? You think Buffalo crying about Cook dropping that touchdown with all the work he put in? It happens. But let's not sit here and act like Tyreek out here dropping 2-3 balls every game. That's the problem. We want to hold on to the minuscule things, the things that really ain't moving the needle, just to ignore what the real issue is or try to hide who the real issue is, if you'd allow me to say that instead. Just to hide, we will point out every little flaw and try to match it up with Tua's play just to minimize his negative impact on this team. Thank y'all. Congratulations to this channel and all of the subscribers of it. We just hit 28,000 subs. We just hit 28,000 subscribers. I will say this. I was shocked at the end of that stream, even though we lost, which sucks. Why can't we do it when we win? We had 3,300 people watching. Insane. Insane. So thank you, everyone who support this channel. Thank you, everyone who showed love, rocked with me, even when you disagree with me. I'm not trying to be right. I'm just trying to give you my true, honest opinion about everything Miami Dolphins. And time always tells if I'm right or wrong. And when I am wrong, I adjust. Tua has had some stretches of good play. And I've given him credit for it and said, I like what Tua's doing right now. But I said, but I'm going to be cautious because it is against bums. But, you know, he's still doing it. And I didn't see that in him. But at the end of the day, those ugly little characteristics about his game and what he doesn't have and his limitations showed as clear as day. And they keep showing as clear as day. Is that like the same pass he had in the Chiefs game or something? Which game was that where he threw that pick to seal the game? Y'all remember? This year. Which game was that where he threw the pick to seal the game? With an ending just like this. Had a chance. Y'all remember? What game was that? The last play of the Chiefs game? Is that what it was? Eagles? He fumbled against Kansas City. That's crazy. We out here naming multiple games in different scenario. It was the Eagles game. Was it the same pass? Was it the same pass? Let me keep it moving, man. Keep your head high. Beat the Chiefs next week. I'm still in it, Anthony. I'm still in it hoping, man. I'm a root. When we line it up next week, I'm a root and I'm going to be cheering for Tua. All my haters want to say I'm a hater, but the one thing I do every week, I line it up and I cheer for him, and I'm optimistic. When he threw the pick on the first drive of the game, I said it was early. It's okay. He'll get it back. The one thing I do is come on here and support him every week until he's unsupportable. Yeah, I do need more tea. I just text the wife, see if she can bring me some more, man. The fact that we had the opportunity to grab Lamar Jackson in the offseason will haunt us in the years to come. Man, listen, people can get mad at me all they want. I still wish we would have got Deshaun Watson. I don't care nothing about him being rusty right now. He's been a playmaker. He will get right back up to par. At least I know I got a guy who has the potential to get that out of him. Not a guy who's already exceeded his ceiling. Let me say that again. A guy who exceeded his ceiling. And don't come in here playing with me tonight, talk about the defense was bad. Stop. The defense saved 7 points before halftime. The defense turned them over 3 times and got us the ball 4 and out at the end of the game. That's 5 saves by the defense. All of them were score worthy of them. I don't want to hear nothing about the defense. If it wasn't for the defense, we'd have lost 40-10. TD, why can't this offense score against good teams? Because we got a limited quarterback who could only throw inside the numbers. And shame, by the way, shame on Mike McDaniel, who should have delivered us from Tua and ran the football. Shout out to those who are donating in the Cash App. Walter Gravely said, for being the unsung hero of the Dolphins community. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Also, Todd Cummings said, for what the F are we wearing white jerseys tonight? And Todd with another one said, for relax, man, chill. We are going to be okay. Yeah, I hope so, bro. Salute to those sending me cash apps, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all big time, man. Two out here staring down every receiver known to man. TD, don't get too stressed. Your hairline's still intact. I know, man. You're right, man. I got to preserve my looks, man. Messing with Tua. We must go after Belichick next year. No excuse. And I wouldn't even be opposed to that, but he'll run Tua out of town. He'll run him out of town. Oh, my wife in here. She said, it's your birthday week. Cheer up. I know, man. Y'all, my wife, man. Baby, can you come grab my cup and help me out with some tea if you still watching? It is, man. They were supposed to give me this birthday gift this week. The Dolphins were supposed to give me an early birthday gift, man. I'm gonna play the press conference. I just got to get through the super chats. Oh my gosh. Justin Fields, you are a Miami Dolphin. I ain't opposed to that. At least he a playmaker. We could work on the passing as time goes. Matter of fact, he might be electric with Tyreek now. Justin Fields and his legs would have won this game tonight. Tua ain't do nothing throwing the ball that Justin Fields couldn't do tonight. Tua had 173 yards and 2 picks. We'd at least got a mobile. Man, we would have won this game with Justin Fields. We would have won this game with Justin Fields. Give me a quarterback with legs, we would have won this game. We would have won this game. If I could tell Justin Fields, give me 173 yards, 2 interceptions, just make sure you use your legs, we would have won the game. That's what Tua was without the legs. Oh. Tua has regressed from last year. Tua play. No. He ain't regressed. Listen, the NFL just starting to get more and more comfortable with what we're doing. You notice something? We don't even throw the wheel route anymore. Have you noticed that? We don't even throw the wheel route anymore because they all over that. They all over that. Only time we throw the wheel route is Tyreek on a wheel, stop, turn around, quick hit, not the deep wheel route on throwing it on the sideline. Oh, I'm well within my right mind. If I could tell Justin Fields, you can throw 2 picks tonight, as long as you get 173 yards and use your legs, we would have won this game. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you we wouldn't have punted 4 times in a row to start the second half without getting a single first down if we had his legs. Oh, I'm in my and I'm spotting him 2 interceptions. You could throw 2 picks. Tua did. Oh, we'd have been straight. Just like Josh Allen. They won the division. How did they take it from us? They snatched it. At home. Oh, we're great at home. I'm sorry. I got to call everybody out. You don't know what you're talking about. We were great at home against all the bums. This is what I've been trying to explain to people all season. Every narrative, they thought that they beat them. And they came back to haunt us. Oh, Tua eliminated the narrative. He can't throw downfield. We don't even throw the ball downfield. So the few times he connect on one with blown coverage, oh, he doesn't remove the narrative. He ain't removed nothing. Oh, he won a game in 50-degree weather. He's removed the cold game narrative. Oh, well, let's find out versus Kansas City. Can't believe this mess, man. I've listened to you for 2 years, and I couldn't agree with you more about Tua. I want to be wrong too, but he has shown us what he is. See, this is what they're going to do, his cult following, though. They're going to go into hiding for about 3 days, and they're going to act like this game never happened, and they're going to start breaking down what we need to do versus the Chiefs. They're just waiting on that one moment to be like, see, Tua's it. Oh, the haters are quiet. That's their favorite tagline when Tyreek carried a team or the defense do something special. All the haters are quiet now. They don't have nothing to say. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Deep down inside, the only thing going on in my mind is how can we save ourselves from wasting the next 5 years? Thank you, baby. How could we save ourselves at this point from wasting the next 5 years? Because we only got one more year with this roster. Maybe not even that, because you're going to have to give Christian Wilkins the bag. I'm trying to figure out how you're going to afford all this. How can we save ourselves? And for those who saying go get a veteran quarterback like Russell Wilson or Kirk Cousins, no. See, okay, if you just want to win now, like give me Kirk Cousins with a Tyreek Hill and all of them. Oh, now he limited, but he ain't. Listen, Kirk Cousins is a real gunslinger. He'd have had 400 yards today. He might have threw a pick or two, but he'd have had 400 yards like Josh Allen. He wasn't going to have no 2 first downs in the second half. That's for sure. And let me ask y'all a question. Is Tua arm fading? We used to study this his rookie and sophomore year. Is his arm fading as the season moves forward? Because he keep trying to throw that deep ball, but it keep coming up short. Is his arm fading as the season goes on? Something to think about. Is that arm fading? He put everything he had into that throw to Tyreek early in the game and was still underthrown. Even Cedric Wilson, he threw one deep. Cedric Wilson had his man beat. But people won't realize Cedric Wilson looked like he was in stride, but Cedric Wilson was running and kind of slowed up because the ball would have been grossly underthrown if he would have kept full speed. I'm just curious, is that arm fading? I ain't going to argue with that young Jay. He said, man, he fading in general. You right. All you got to do is collapse the middle of the field, take away all that spot throwing in the middle of the field, and he ain't looking for nothing outside. A few little out routes here and there he might hit, but McDaniel ain't trying to dial it up all the time because he know he's not good at it. And look at Tua on all the out routes. Most of his interceptions on the outside too. Cedric Wilson was mad at that throw. Yeah, I know. Hey, TD, just letting you know Josh Allen child support payment is on the way. Hey, Hillary, can we get her thoughts, TD? I'll ask her when she bring my tea. I'll get her thoughts. She's nice, though. She going to be like, well, you guys still play next week. It's not over. Cheer up. Be positive. She going to be positive. McDaniel is great at play design, but horrible at play calling. It's so noticeable in tight games, we are so predictable. Is he great at play design? Because these plays were already ran by San Francisco. You don't see them out there with the real route running the seam and in the flat. They do the same thing. They just hand off the jet sweep a little more than us. Is he great at play design, or is he taking plays that they already use and bringing it to Miami? What is Mike McDaniel good for? He is starting to prove to not be a good play caller. He relies on that bang 8 in the middle of the field all the time. We hit it 10 times today. For those that don't know what that is, that's that intermediate in route. About 8 to 12 yards in. And Tua just already throwing the ball before you even cut in. Because as long as the linebackers don't get depth and they sit there, the ball already gone. And we eat with that all the time as long as Tua put it in that spot precisely. So I don't know. Now, here's the only reason I give Mike McDaniel a pass. Because maybe, you know what? I'm going to give Mike McDaniel a pass. I know Mike McDaniel got way more plays, but he only going to put Tua in positions that's going to make him look good or the things he can do. Why McDaniel going to dial up all the concepts that Purdy can run? Because Purdy can make every throw on the field. Purdy makes mistakes without his weapons around him, but he can make every throw on the field. Purdy not limited to inside the numbers. And Purdy's definitely a little bit more mobile. Man, you seen them 7 yards Tua ran for? Look slow as dirt. Again, I was happy about the first, though. I was happy about the first down. But still, we don't have a weapon. We got a guy, just please don't turn it over and do your job. He can't control turning it over. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. He cannot control not turning it over. He got to put it in them spots. In any processing of the field, it's too late to put it in the spot now. You know how many throws Tua made tonight that were complete, that were just blind throws? He just threw it. How about them Bills, CD? Hey, they own us. They own us. I'm not going to run from it. You bums acting like you're out the playoff sad. We ain't out the playoff, but we got problems. If you recognize how we've been playing the last 6 weeks, what we saw tonight was a franchise quarterback taking over and winning the game and a game manager shrinking in the biggest moments. All facts. Shaking my effing head. Allen had a 72 QBR and Tua had a 73 QBR. Yeah. Because is QBR going to factor in the rushing? And he threw one more turnover. But is QBR factoring in the rushing? Does QBR factor rushing? Let me know. Does QBR, for those who know, does it factor rushing in? I can't wait to see the PFFs in this game. Go Bills. Don't believe me, TD, but this was the plan all along. I just confirmed the NFL is rigged. Hey, I guess that takes ownership off of McDaniel and Tua. If that's what how you want to look at it. TD, get ready for those hot wings. Get your milk. Yeah, man. Now the Super Bowl week, I got to eat these burning hot wings. This is the perfect game for Kansas City to get right. I hope not. Man, if we could just win that game. I can't be here next week going off it. Man, I can't, man. We better win. TD, what's your grade for Tua for the season? I'll release that on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll do a show and we'll go over his season-ending grade. You're only at because you win teams under 500. I know it. Wait, TD. So who's the best QB in the division if Tua is a fraud? Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the division now. He owns us. He's still a bum to me, but he owns us. We just got a bigger bum now. Don't worry. We all know the answer. All jokes aside, I really respect you standing on realness about Tua because he ain't it. Yeah, man. Why we stopped using A-Chain in second half, 3 attempts? Because Mike McDaniel got nervous and tried to prove that Tua can bring us back. He tried to put the game on Tua's shoulders, and look at him. Who's the pass rush now with Van Ginkel going down? Shaking my head, shambles. I'm in piss and tears right now. Bro, that ain't it. It was like 2 other people got banged up bad. Van Ginkel, Cameron Good got carted off. We ain't got no pass rushers. We about to hire 2 more pass rushers off the couch this week. Watch. We don't have nobody now. Jerome Baker got banged up. You saw Deshaun Elliott before the game, but he came back. Robert Hunt was limping. Somebody with inside information told me this was going to happen, so we go to Kansas City as a Tyreek comeback game. This is an entertainment business. Tua had a bad game, but it was rigged through the play calling. All right, it was rigged through the play calling, y'all. It was rigged through the play calling now. So the only way that this is rigged, Josh Allen had to be in on the script. Tua had to be in on the script. Tyreek dropping balls had to be in on the script. Mike McDaniel was in on the script. Everybody was in on the script. You're right, TD. It is lonely at the top. Man, I ain't tripping, man. Bills fans, y'all got us. Y'all got us. Thank you, baby. You got honey in it? Thank you. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, that's calming. Oh, before you leave, they wanted to know what were your thoughts about our game.
It stressed me.
They can't hear you. You got to speak up.
I said it stressed me,
Mm-hmm.
but I still believe that you guys can still work with what you got. I do.
We don't have nothing.
You have something. I think everybody's a little tense. Everybody's overreacting right now. Tommy, first of all, I know this feeling more than you do.
Can you come up a little bit?
I said, I know this feeling more than you do, okay? Nobody.
Did you watch the whole game?
Nobody Cowboys better than the Cowboys.
Did you watch the whole game?
I watched the entire game.
Did you see how trash Tua was?
I wouldn't say he was trash.
Okay, you see how garbage he was?
I would say it was a combination between some of the play calling from the defensive coordinator, from whoever runs your offense, Mike McDaniels, I think, and obviously Tua's play. There was a lot of missed opportunities for even special team. Everywhere. It was just kind of it got, at the beginning it looked okay. It turned into a freight train a little bit. Every area needs some work. But I hope it's not gone. The Chiefs have also needed to work this year. Y'all have a chance to beat the Chiefs. Now, who y'all have after the Chiefs, I have no idea. If it's the Ravens or anything, then I'd be concerned. But all hope is not gone. Everybody's banked up. So just like Tua said, you get in the film room, you see the mistakes, you try to adjust and learn from the mistakes.
Stop. He was trash. Who gonna listen to what he said in the press conference? He looked like he wanted to cry in the press conference.
He did. Because, think about it. When all you hear is, oh, he's nothing without Tyreek. Oh, Tua's trash. He gets it pretty bad. He gets it pretty bad.
Does he not deserve it?
No. What I'm trying to say is that y'all are feeling all these emotions now because it hurts now and it sucks. It sucks to lose division when you were ahead. Like, I get all that, but all hope is not gone.
We lost the division up 3 games with 5 games left.
I understand.
And he, in all 3 of them losses, was a bum.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm just, like I said, I've been here, so my heart is just broken. You know, I was in the trenches with you. I was praying with you. I was cheering with you. I don't know what to say. All I'm saying, there's hope.
What if the Cowboys took Tua next year?
I mean, I already have my version of Tua and Dak. So, I mean,
No.
I know about how it feels when a quarterback throws picks for the biggest. I mean, nobody can cowboy better than the Cowboys, okay? Like, y'all are new to this. We're true to this. We've been doing cowboyish stuff for years. So,
This sucks.
I mean, it does suck. Welcome to my world. It happens. When everybody builds you up to the mountaintop. See, it's one thing to suck all season long. It's another thing to be built up to the mountaintop, which is what happens with the Cowboys every year. They come crashing down. I'd rather suck all the time than to be built up all the time, and it's our year all the time, and we come crashing down all the time. That's why I didn't watch anything this season. That's why I didn't watch. Do you realize I didn't even watch the Cowboys game this season, and I watched your game? Not this season, today. Like, when I tell you I'm so tired of being built up, I'm emotionally drained. I can't take it.
But they built this up to a whole new level this year, and we collapsed at the end.
Because y'all had a whole new level of players this year. Y'all had weapon after weapon after weapon. Y'all had so many good players. Y'all still do. It's okay, though. All hope is not gone. Sip your tea. Get in the film room. Do a stream this week. You know, breaking down the film. Talk about the areas of opportunity. Talk about maybe do a film review on the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing a film review of this game.
Do a film review of the Chiefs. Look at, their best game and see what they're doing.
I don't need to see. I know what I'm getting with them. We need a film review on the Dolphins. And this, oh my gosh.
It's not hope. It's not gone. The only thing that concerns me is y'all are playing in their weather. They're more used to that weather than y'all are.
It's going to be like 10 degrees.
That sucks for everybody. But that sucks for the Chiefs too. I mean, I know they're used to it, but nobody's used to that weather. It's okay.
Oh my, I could just see 3-2 interceptions.
It wasn't all the Josh Allen threw multiple interceptions.
Yeah, but Tua can't survive turnovers like that. Josh Allen could still come and bite you with 3 turnovers. Like he just did.
He's just big. He's just really big. And just when I saw him running, I was like, oh my God.
I can't stand that bum, man. He always do this to us.
It's like I don't even know. It's like watching a robot that doesn't die. Like, it's like just die. And he like throws it and then still comes back. Throws it and then still comes back. Like it wasn't nothing. It was like just die. I don't know.
I love you, man. I love you. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Need a snack? Anything else?
I'm good right now.
I'll be up as long as you're up. I'm rocking with you. So.
I'm gonna be up for a while.
All right.
Love you.
Bye. Happy birthday. It's your birthday week. Cheer up.
All right, it ain't my birthday yet.
I got surprises for you. Cheer up. It's your birthday week.
All right, I love you.
Love you.
Oh, here we go. Gerald said, I hope we beat the Chiefs, but Tua has to be different in all ways. I hope we rise to the occasion. Fins up, TD. Keep being real. Thanks, bro. My brother Jake blames the dark times because of the curse that is Chase Claypool. I agree with him. I want my get back with the Bills. We got to figure out a way to win to the point to where we see them bums again. I want my get back. Congratulations on 28K subscribers. More to come, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Ryan Tannehill could have went 11-6 with Reek and Waddle. No lies told. When I watched Stroud carry his team as a rookie while we're still waiting on Tua to step up, it hurts, but it tells me all I need to know. People can say whatever they want about Allen. In the moment of truth, Allen had the legacy drive, dropping dimes to take the lead. That's greatness. Respect to Miami for incredible effort. God bless, TD. You know what? As Allen was draining that clock and sustaining the drives and keeping it moving, even though we finally got that stop, right? It was a minute 53 left. When I jumped up and said everything will be forgiven to her, this is your opportunity, I knew he was going to throw a pick. I really knew he was going to throw a pick. But I was trying to be positive for the win. I knew, I said, yeah, a minute left. Yeah, we done been here before. He going to throw a pick. He going to throw a pick. Watch. It's going to be blown by him one way or another. They done gave this man the ball with the last chance to win. Outside of the Baltimore game, when has Tua had a game winner? And don't give me no Cowboy field goal range where more than half the yards were running. I knew it was going to come down to him and he was going to throw that pick. There was 7 minutes left and Josh Allen just creeping the clock. I say, if we do stop him, they give Tua that ball back with a 2-minute drill, he going to blow it. He's going to blow it. But I hope he don't, because everything will be forgiven. He'll be, oh, man, I will give him every flower known to man if he don't. But I know he going to blow it. And sure enough, he threw that pick. That bum threw that pick. Go look at the pick. You ain't reading no field. You're not processing no defense. The man was right there over the top and came and got the easy interception. I don't even think your receiver would have caught it even if he wasn't there. Gosh. Can we trade for a good QB TD? Nope. What you gonna trade? What assets you got? Best case scenario is that you get the what? 19th pick if you lose in the first round? Something like that. You had a better record than all the other teams that's going to win. So, best case scenario is you get pick number 24 or something like that. Best case scenario, if we don't win it all, is that you lose in the first round and you get pick number like 23 or 24 or something. What you gonna trade? Special teams coach, where is Darren Rizzi when we need him? Shaking my head. I miss the good old days. Having the best special teams coach in the league. I'm not knocking our special teams coach. If you go back and look at that kick return, Cameron Good got hurt on that play and he ran into Ingle. They would have had an easy tackle right there on the play. It would have been an easy tackle on that play. But that was an injury that caused that. So I can't blame the special teams or the coach for that. That injury of Cameron Good was exactly what happened on that play. The guy ran right past him after he got banged up. And Ingle tried to get him, and then Cameron Good hit Ingle. So I'm not even going to trip about special teams. TD, congratulations on the second place finish of the playoff berth. Also on Tua making the Pro Bowl over Josh Allen. Wow. See? Play the press conference. I am, once I catch up with these super chats, if I ever catch up. Turn 51 Saturday, TD. 51 years as a Bills fan. Salute to you, man. Congrats. My homie Lorenzo just hit me up. To his trash. Once again, he stares down the wide receivers and doesn't look off the safety. The Bills fans took over Hard Rock Stadium. Trust me, I was there. I tried to tell y'all they might take over. Everybody, that's not true. It's not proven. They took over. They took over the whole stadium. They took over the whole stadium. Shout out to Kander Lawson with the donation on Cash App. Said, for look what Mike said about Tua on Twitter. Yeah, I'm going to check it out. I saw all them sound bites and stuff. I'm going to pull it up in a moment. I just want to show people respect for sending donations. When they send a donation, I want to respect them by trying to read them because I've been missing some lately. TD, you told us months ago this was going to happen. I know. Now they talk about it. You always say you told us something. I be telling y'all, for real. You better go back and watch the streams. And I tell you exactly how it's going to happen. I introduced this 6 weeks ago. Y'all know it's a real possibility that we win all these games and we lose the last 3 and the Bills win out and we lose the division. Oh, you negative. Why are you so negative? I'm just telling y'all, I'm looking at the schedule and that's a possibility. It's a possibility. So anybody who watched this channel, y'all heard me say those exact words. Tell me I'm lying in the chat. And everybody get mad at me. I can't watch you no more. You're the breeder of negativity. All right. Here we are today. Tua has regressed from last year Tua play. I already read that. You know what really hilarious? I only say this as a Bills fan, by the way. Fans are stuck with Tua. He's not bad enough to sell, not good enough to win. Gosh, boy. That hit home. What do I always say? What do I always say, y'all? He good enough not to be good enough, and that's the worst quarterback you can have. Because he good enough not to move on from and not good enough to win. And I keep on bringing up quarterbacks like Kirk Cousins. I keep bringing up who was there with Antonio Brown and not Antonio Brown. I'm wrong. Who was the quarterback for the Bengals all them years? He was good enough not to be good enough. He had an arm. He had all of that, but he still. Who was that for the Bengals? All them years, he had a top receiver. What's his name? Andy Dalton. Yes, Andy Dalton. He's the epitome of being good enough not to be good enough. You good enough to win 9, 10, 11, 12 games every year with no postseason success because you ain't a bum, but you ain't a difference maker. And that's Tua. You're not good enough to be, he's good enough not to be good enough. Like, you can't move on. Look at the yards. Why would you move on? You can't, it's hard to find better. Yeah, you're right. But he's going to be the reason for the next 6 years. And Andy Dalton lasted like 10, 11 years over there, man. That's exactly what it is, and it sucks. I told y'all before we drafted Tua, I said, here's the deal. The worst quarterback you can draft is one that's good enough not to be good enough. He ain't a bum, but he ain't elite. He ain't a top notch. You gonna think you got a guy and you keep on trying to change the puzzle to fit everything around him. And this was the issue. Now that was the issue. And this is the issue. Now that was the issue. When all along he's the issue because he can't elevate. This is a new in the NFL. Your quarterback has to be able to elevate. And if he can't, you got to get lucky. You got to Flacco this thing. And I ain't talking about the Browns. I'm talking about the Baltimore Flacco. Trent Dilfer this thing. That's luck. It happens once every 20 years. And the only guys like Tua that become elite have the brains and they know the game and they can read the field. They can process defense. They know what to audible in and out of. That's the Peyton Manning, the Drew Brees, and the Tom Brady. So when you're limited, if you ain't got the brains, it's two things you got to have. Are you going to be a brains quarterback? We're good. We ain't got that. Or are you going to be the physical quarterback that's a game changer? And we ain't got that. We got right in the middle. He knows how to throw the ball. That's what we have. A guy who could throw the ball, he can't process the field. He can't impact the game with his legs. So we got a guy who's really good at throwing the ball. But that's it. So if you're not a game changer like that with your legs and all that, you got to at least have the brain. And Tua ain't got that. The Wonderlic told you that. The Wonderlic told you that. He ain't got the processing ability, the fast processing. They all out here with this film. Look how fast Tua processes this. This is unbelievable. He does it in like half a second. I've never seen this before because it don't exist. That ain't what he doing. He putting it in a spot, and you thinking he processing faster than anybody at all time. Tua's the fastest processor of all time. I've never seen a guy process that. Look at him. He looks right, looks left, and it's gone. He processed that fast. Shut up. Sick of it. These experts out here getting food. Quote unquote experts. Oh, you're going to question this guy who played the game? Man, stop. And stop saying anticipation. It's spot throwing. It ain't okay, if you want to say anticipation, he ain't even anticipating the spot. He just putting it in the spot he threw it in practice. I tried to explain this one day and people couldn't understand. Anticipation, you still got to process the defense. Think about the last throw tonight, the interception. And he already went on his press conference talking about I was anticipating. If you're anticipating, does that mean you don't have to process the defense? Did you all see? Anticipation isn't just where your man is going to end up, but you got to real time anticipate the field. Where is the defender going to end up? That's processing the field. And if you're not processing the whole thing and anticipating the whole thing, then you're just spot throwing. You're only more focused on your receiver and where he's going to end up, and that's it. And you're not processing the field. Let's move on. I'm one of the biggest at Tua fans and stuck up for him since he got here. I even got a signed jersey by him. But I can admit Tua is buns. He got to go. Wow. Wow, bro. Don't do it because next week he going to throw for 2 touchdowns, 280 yards against the Raggedy Chiefs, and y'all going to be right back to thinking he it just to get smoked the very next week. And that's if he even do that. Oh, we won our first playoff game. Yay! We won our first playoff game. And some of y'all waiting in the dust right now just hoping. And some of y'all waiting in the dust hoping right now, just win our first playoff game and we'll have your back and we'll tell people, hey, he brought us our first playoff win in 50 years. Just don't get it. This ain't never been about winning a playoff game and breaking that streak. It's the Super Bowl or bust. Super Bowl or bust. Playing these games. Super Bowl or bust. Now, I hope we beat the Chiefs because I just want to be in it as long as possible. But still, man, you ain't fooling me. Until that man hoist the Lombardi and beat the best of the best, you ain't fooling me. What we saw tonight was a franchise quarterback takeover and winning the game and a game manager who shrinks in the biggest moment, TD. I think I already read that. But, yeah, spot on. Couldn't be more right. What I'm saying is that Tua last year seen the field better and spread the ball better than this year Tua. In my opinion, he regressed from what I seen from. Bro, what I'm trying to tell you is he ain't no different. The defenses are different. See, what people don't realize is Our offensive success was not dictated by us. It was dictated off of the teams we played and the coverage they ran. If you in that cover 2, giving cushion, leaving the middle of the field wide open, that ain't our offensive success. It's the lack of you actually game planning for our defense. Your defense to us. Why do you think we ran into a brick wall versus San Francisco, the Chargers, and the Green Bay? They literally played the Chargers the Chargers got a show. If you don't know this, the Chargers got a show. You see how we got Hard Knocks? The Chargers do that every year in-house for their fans. Just like Hard Knocks with us, the Chargers literally do that every year in-house, not Hard Knocks, just their own production for their fans. And if you watched it like I did last year, they specifically game planned for Tyreek, Waddle, and Tua. And they told you exactly what they did in the video. And they went out and they did it with 3rd and 4th string cornerbacks and shut us completely down. It has nothing to do with our offense and how great it was. It was the coverage that was being played against it. And as long as you run that coverage, nobody can stop us. Buffalo ran that coverage half of tonight. That's why we kept getting them bang 8s and them intermediate in routes. It's a guaranteed play when you run that coverage, and we just run it over. We like stress it. We're running it over. What you think happened with Baltimore last week? We kept running it, and we kept getting it. Then it got tighter and tighter. Then they said, yeah, we're going to bait them now, and then they picked us off twice in the same play. It's not us. It's what they're not doing. It's their defense. And then we're shocked, scratching our head. Oh, we didn't call a good game. He called the same game that put up 70 points against Denver. That's what y'all don't realize. McDaniel didn't call a good game today. Yeah, he did. It was the same calls when we scored 70. But we had a different defense, different defensive play calls. Say no him not calling the right play. It's us not executing and or the defense all over it now. So Tua didn't regress. I thought he still exceeded his expectations, his ceiling this year. 2 years in a row, he exceeded his ceiling. But guess what? Go look at first 8 games Tua versus last 9 games Tua this season. You're going to see a total difference. No more explosiveness, ladies and gentlemen. No more crazy baller games. We might got 2 or 3 with 300 yards, but it didn't amount to nothing. It looked pedestrian. It looked straight pedestrian. You don't believe me? Go look it up. 2 tails, 2 halves of the season. Go look it up. I'll show you better than I can tell you. I'll show you better than I can tell you. Look at this. I'm going to take the first 9 games and then the second 8. So I'm going to give the first games an advantage. Watch this. Let's take games pretty much. You can say, well, most people would gauge it by like 300 yards, right? First 9 games, look at how many 300-yard games he had. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He had 4 300-yard games. In the last 8 games, he had 1, and that was against the Raiders, 325. 4 versus 1. Now, let's go to the first 9 games and see how many 3 touchdown games he had. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 8 games, 0. 0. He's been consistent with his interceptions. He did have a stretch where he didn't throw many picks at all versus the Commanders, Titans, Jets, and Cowboys. But he got right back to it versus the Ravens and Bills, 2-2. Tua got 4 games this year where he threw 2 interceptions. 4 games. where he threw 2 interceptions. The first half of the season was night and day with the second half of the season. Let's count 100 passer rating games. First 9, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last set, he had 1, 2. Forgive me, I'm wrong. He had 5 in the first half and 3 in the second half. One of them was against the Jets, one against the Commanders, and one against the Raiders. 2 different stories. The man didn't score a passing touchdown versus the Titans. Didn't have a single touchdown. How many games this year did Tua have 1 touchdown? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games, half the season, he had 1 touchdown. 1 touchdown. One touchdown. Total difference in the season. So no. Boy, oh boy. But the one thing he shined in this year was the yardage. 4,600 yards in a 17-game season. 4,600 yards. And a lot of that came early in the season. He literally was averaging almost 300 yards in the first half of the season. Second half of the season, I don't know the numbers yet, but it got to be about 265. Night and day. Night and day. FYI, next Sunday forecast is 8 degrees in Kansas City. Good luck to her. You know, I want to look that up, though. I want to look that up. Everybody been talking about it, but I ain't seen it. Let me see. Oh, my Jesus. Freeze warning. Remain in effect. Let me click on this. Oh, I think that's right now. Hold on. Weather. Oh, that's the right now weather. I was going to say. Okay, 10-day forecast. Here we go. Let me look this up myself. I'll share screen with y'all. Pull this up. Here we go. Y'all hit that like button for me, man. Okay. 10-day forecast. We don't know if we're playing on Saturday or Sunday yet, or do we? Did they come out with it yet? What is wrong with my computer? It's all of a sudden just moving like excessively slow. What is this? Your privacy. Yeah, give me a second. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Lake Arrowhead, California. Man, I'm in the wrong place. This ain't even the right place. My bad, y'all. Give me a second. All right, Kansas City Chiefs. Arrowhead Stadium weather. All right. Jeez, this is insane. This is insane. Snowing tomorrow. Snowing. Clear, clear, snowing. So yeah, it's Sunday. Yeah, 9 degrees, a low of 5. Man, oh man. Oh man. People don't understand. That's just straight brutal, man. 9 degrees. I don't even know the last time we've played in that kind of weather. Like for real, do y'all recall a low of 5? And did they come out with the schedule yet? Yeah, on the road on top of that. Ain't nobody traveling down there. Ain't no Dolphin fans traveling to no, man, it's going to be it's going to be an 85-15 split. Dolphin fans after this loss, it might be 100-0 split as far as the fans. And it's at night. So it's more like the low of 5. Dolphin fans after this Buffalo loss, they are not traveling. They not finna spend all of that money after what the team just did. They gonna be loud. Man, listen, y'all. All right, man, listen. I love my team, but we ain't got listen, if we win, it'll be a miracle. I'm gonna call it how it is. If we win, it'll be a miracle. CD, do you have Peacock? I think I got everything. Is that what it's on? It's going to be on Peacock? I'm sure I do. It's 0 degrees now. This is insane. This is insane. Well, I'm not showing 0 degrees right now. I'm showing 37 degrees with a low of 33, and it's snowing right now. That's what I'm showing. So, but this is wild. Can Tua bounce back, y'all? Can Tua bounce back and play a great game and lead his team to victory next week? Let me know in the chat. Does he have that in him? Can he do that? And do we play Saturday or Sunday? Do we know yet? Do we know if we're playing Saturday or Sunday? Have they come up with the schedule yet? Saturday is confirmed. Do you know what time? Is it the night game? Saturday night? A short week too? After playing Sunday night, a short week? Banged up? They ain't gonna practice. They gonna do walkthroughs on Tuesday. They gonna practice Wednesday, Thursday. They don't typically practice the day before the game. Saturday is 19 degrees high and 0 degrees is the low. January 13th, the day after my birthday. At nighttime, it will be 0 degrees and it will feel like negative 14. This is what I'm getting from AccuWeather right now. because I trust AccuWeather. In the morning, it'll be 15 degrees. In the afternoon, it'll be 19 degrees. In the evening, between 4 and 8, it'll be 2 degrees. At night, it'll be 0 degrees. And it'll feel like negative 14. The probability of precipitation is 42, which means it's a high. It could snow if it does. Just a 42% precipitation. 13-mile-an-hour winds. Man. I'm so mad at us. Tua has yet to throw for 30 touchdowns in 4 seasons. Jordan Love has 32 in his first year as full starter. We are wasting time. Shaking my head. Ryan Tannehill could have went 11-5 with this current Fins offense. Sign Cam Newton. No, Tua is just that trash. Wow. Your wife is right. The calming wife. I love her. Is Lamar the best player in the world right now? He's playing like it. Josh Allen is Goku. Ultra Instinct. TD, you were right. You married an angel. She turned every negative into a positive, even at the expense of the Cowboys. You are blessed, brother. Go Bills. Go AFC East. And I got to show up tomorrow. Allen will never die. Long live the king, king of the beasts, the winter soldier, Josh effing Allen. Long as he don't win a Super Bowl, I'm good. I could talk my trash about that bum. He was still a bum now, but he was a better bum than my bum. He was a better bum than my bum tonight. You did this to yourself, TD, talking all that ish. Yeah, I know. I'm humble, bro. I ain't fighting with nobody. The game was on McDaniel, in my opinion. A-Chain was going off, and he decided to run the ball 3 times and 2 in second half. Awful. Every time he abandons the run, we lose. Yeah. Hey, fellow Bills fans, keep it humble. We haven't won ish yet, which is true. As a Buffalo fan, I don't think we really deserve that game. We didn't play any at the first half. I hope you guys kick KC butt. Rooting for you guys. Cardinals and Ravens. Everything else was his team carrying him. Wake up, Tua Coltis. You did this to yourself. Love the content, TD. Go Bills. Tua, new name is Tua Turn the Ball Over. TD, LOL. That been his name. Creative one said, TD, any free agent target in mind for pass rush and linebacker? Rashawn Evans, Durham Hammond, Akeem Hicks, Carlos Dunlaps. Looks like we have to find a way to score with our defense now, bro, since our offense can't do it. Well, we got $2.3 million. We got $2.3 million. Anybody we bring in is going to be for the league minimum. And yes, they're going to have to bring somebody in, bro. They're going to have to bring somebody in. Should Reek really be doing backflips on a bum ankle? No, but that just says he's fine. Greatest story ever told. Go Bills. Video dropping soon, TD. Master at work, man. Tua is a nice dude. Good for him. He's still trash on the field. Tyreek messed us up today too. But he carried us all year. Exactly. Tua wouldn't be half as successful if he was on another team. Facts. Yeah. Bro, you got to realize everything just crumbled in our face. Everything just crumbled in our face. The homie Color said, I only spent $40 to buy a number 1 t-shirt. My jersey money was well spent on number 28. Yeah, smart move, man. TD, what happens if we lose the playoff game? Honest take. We're going to pay Tua. We're going to move forward to next year, which is a shame. We need to be talking about how we can start to build around the young core. That's what I would do. If we lost this playoff game, we're not going to do it because they're not going to close the window, which is ridiculous. But if it was me and we lose this playoff game, I'm signing all my young guys, Waddle, Holland, Christian Wilkins. I'm signing them all. I'm trading Chubb for whatever I can get. If I can get out of that contract a little and they could take it on, I'm trading Tyreek. I'm trading Armstead. Half of them ain't even under contract like Connor and all of them, so I ain't got to worry about it. I'm trading Ramsey if I can. I'm trading them all for draft picks, and I'm continuing the rebuild around our young core. That we do have a young core, which y'all need to realize. Waddle and Christian Wilkins, Zeeler, and all of these guys, they're our core. The problem is we ain't got no young core linebackers. They don't like Tyndall, obviously. We don't have no young core corners. This team is a mess. That's why we going for broke now. We screwed up. Chris Greer did this to try to prove a point. We could have still been methodically building. But we went for broke. And once we started to, it was no turning back. Hey, we got to all get on board. And that's what we all did. But now look, we're paying for it. We lost the division. Oh my gosh. Y'all don't understand how many people I chat with on a daily basis and text messages and stuff going back and forth. And you know the funny thing is, for the last 6 weeks, one of the main arguments, how can you not give him credit when he has his team in a position, they're going to win the division, they're going to this and that. He did all of that. And you know what? The moment has arrived to shut up a narrative. If Tua would have played the end of the season last year, this wouldn't have happened. Look at this. Look at this. The only reason this happened is because Tua wasn't playing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. MVP. MVP. Let me see this.
I want to know. Hey, Tua, you still got those receipts?
Shannon Sharp.
I knew you were going there. Oh, Joe, I got my receipts right here. Joe, I got a lot of receipts. Hold on, Joe. I got all these receipts. Got them all. I kept them all. Oh, Joe. Yeah. I got all these receipts. I'm like CVS. Right. You know, CVS, you go buy one thing from Q-Tip, and you get a thing that come all the way out the door. You see, all you had to do was win. Hey, hold on. Got some more receipts for Again, Tyreek had a critical job. He hit him on the numbers on the dead run. I said, I'm not saying you're not a great receiver. Right. I said you're more of a body catcher than a hand catcher. But you're not as fluid. Like, I look at Devontae Adams as a hand catcher. Right. That's not to say that Tyreek isn't great, but when you evaluate, you take two cars. They're both luxury models. You have to like something about the one more than the other, Ocho. Right. That's all I'm saying.
Man, oh man. I told y'all we is gonna get murdered all week.
You still got those receipts? Because I got mine. I got mine right here on Joe. I knew you was going there. Oh, Joe, I got my receipts right here. Be like that, too. Almost to it.
Ryan Clark said, have to be real about Tua. He struggled in the last two. Proved he could stay healthy, but hasn't executed at a high level when it counts. When you can't match up with his weapons, they bludgeon you. But he been average to below in the biggest moments against the biggest teams. Facts. Man, oh man. Boy, tomorrow is going to be a bloodbath in sports media. Dang, you think about it, ain't no more games at Hard Rock this year. No more games at Hard Rock. Sorry, y'all. Just looking at these people. Ugh. Omar put up a tweet, said he's still waiting. Cold is good when you banged up because you can't feel anything. I guess so. This was a microwaved rebuild to prove Flores wrong, but we wrecked our cap for the next few seasons, and Flo probably grinning, shaking my head. Yep. Yep. All right, let me pull up these press conferences, man. We overtime tonight. This is coping. Give me a second, y'all. All right, let me see. Can y'all hear? I don't know if I hit the button or not. Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear.
Coach, sometimes you have to do things the hard way, as you all will have to face Kansas City. How quickly do you shift gears from division championship game to prepare for the tournament?
Yeah, it's a new season. We have
Can
to,
y'all hear this?
as hard as it is. That's part of the reason why you have so much joy in the game is when you're
That's the highest I can get it.
come out the right side. There's nothing like it, and then the polar opposite when you let opportunities go by the wayside. It just completely absorbs you. So we don't have time to sulk or feel, this is what happens in football. It's against a very good team. Our team really, really wanted it bad, but wanting, you still got to do the things in football to come out victorious. We didn't, so um, I'm very confident that our players and coaches will um, uh, turn their attention full bore to to Kansas City because that's all we can do, and that this is a
See, here's the problem. McDaniel said last week the locker room is depressed right now because they had a goal and now it's no longer attainable. What that goal was to win the AFC, and they failed. And now they're not even winning the division. I wonder what the locker room is because when we watched Tua's press conference, he looked like he want to cry.
this is a feeling that I can't console or fix it with the team. It hurts. It should. We lost a game that we think we're capable of winning. Hats off to the Buffalo Bills for coming in here and winning the game. But yeah, we'll focus immediately on Kansas City because that's the only way that you can really get through something like this.
Like the offense only played a total of 57 yards. I think 3 first downs in the second half. What went wrong for the Bengals in the second half?
Yeah, they did much better than we did across the board. It was very, very disappointing. Starting with, I always look at myself. Then we had some things that possibly could have been there that, it's self-inflicted wounds or we didn't play the same type of, throwing, catching, blocking as we normally do. So, that the yeah, very disappointing, and we got out executed substantially. Well, the play before, he got hit. He got hit pretty good. I was just pumped that he got up, and so then we had a concept kind of for their coverage. Taylor Rapp was
Where you know what? I don't care, man. Listen, this is what I'm talking about with Mike McDaniel. Where's your little wittiness now? Where's that complicated answer attitude you always have? Have you been humble? Where's all the smart answers now? Where are they? Where's the funny man? Part of the reason this crap is happening is because you're too much of a friend with your players instead of getting on them about their mistakes. Come on, man.
little further outside of Chase Claypool than I think Tua recognized between Tua and Chase.
No, we got to hear that.
Connect, and I think that's a hard play to make that I could have put them in better position to do it. But it's a I think Tua recognized, and between Tua and Chase, they didn't connect, and I think that's a hard play to make that I could have put them in better position to do it. But it's all you win as a team. You have all these successes as an offense, as a group, and then when you fail, then you fail as a group. So it they out executed us for sure.
So how much carryover is there from the first Kansas City game, or how much do you anticipate there will be from the first Kansas City game?
Yeah, I think the Kansas City Chiefs play their style of defense. I think I think there will be a fair amount, but things change during the season. Different players come in. There's injuries. There's evolution to what you're doing. So it's not like it's ever the exact same thing when you play someone in the middle of the season and then you play them in the postseason. It's the same starting point, but both teams are going to be you know competing to get a playoff win. So that usually there's usually some bells and whistles attached to the game plan or to scheme and game plan. So you got to be ready for a lot.
Next man up, but two more edge defenders go down in this game. That's a lot of attrition for one position group.
Yeah, it is. I think the guys did a very good job during the game handling all that. Guys have stepped up. I thought limiting that team to 14 points from a defensive perspective and the stuff that was done in the red zone and the turnovers. I think that speaks to how it's a whole unit, and there's definitely nobody in that locker room or on that side of the ball that's blinking. I think that's kind of been what we've hung our hat on this whole season. We've had, there's different sorts of injuries, but I don't think people use that as an excuse towards their confidence. There's just different things that you can feature. So, it will be a challenge, but that's what the National Football League is. It's a very it's a challenge.
Are there early indications on Van Ginkel and Cameron Good?
I have to find more out tomorrow with Van Ginkel. Cam Good, it doesn't appear promising.
Mike, how close were Mostert and Ronald to playing, and would you anticipate that you'll have both of them on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm optimistic for both those guys. They were pretty close, but in both situations, actually, that be very.
Dang, man, forgive me, Daniel. I don't want to hear him no more anyway. But I just thought about it. Do y'all realize that the Buffalo Bills are the number 2 seed, the second best team in the entire AFC now? Like, put it into perspective for a second here. The Buffalo Bills are the second best team in the AFC after all of that. They ain't the third. They ain't the fourth. They are the number 2 seed. And all that work we did all season against all these bums, and they came and took it at the last minute. can't make this up. You can't make this up. And people thought I was crazy when I proposed 2 days ago. I said, you know, we may want to consider resting our starters and just give them the division. Y'all remember where I teased that? But I was like, but you can't. Y'all remember I teased that? Now we done lost like two, 3 more players. And now, as Dolphin fans, we're hoping that Waddle and Mostert can come be our savior. Can you please tell me what Mostert would have did that A-Chain wasn't already doing? I'm embarrassed. I can't believe what just happened to us. I cannot believe what just happened to us, y'all. It's just so embarrassing. And now we got to go on the road and play the Chiefs. Now, the first game that we played the Chiefs, wasn't that in Germany or something? Yeah. And in that game, let me see. Yeah, I think Ramsey played that game. I'll know in a second. Hold on. Yep, Ramsey played that game. Tyreek and Waddle played that game. So they already beat us this year. And we were pretty much more full strength than we are now. Because now we ain't got the defense against Patrick Mahomes. I can't believe this. I'm sick. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. At the end of the day, man, I'm going to sleep on this. TD, don't watch or listen to social media haters. It doesn't help your health. You are a good guy with a family who loves you. You're a life winner. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. It's all good, though, because social media is changing their tune tonight. You even got Adam Beasley just wrote an article that said, new Miami Dolphins Tua Tagovailoa is good, not great, and that's a big problem. That's Adam Beasley just wrote that article. The same Adam Beasley that kept writing articles on how we guaranteed to beat Buffalo this week and how they're going to have to play us again. The narrative's changing in front of our eyes as we speak. But now they'll receive it. When I got crucified for it, for seeing it before everybody else. You mean to tell me you done wrote a fresh article 28 minutes ago, Miami Dolphins Tua Tagovailoa is good, not great, and that's a big problem, is the headline article. And everybody will receive it now. But I got crucified for it. It's the world we live in, y'all. The world we live in. You want me to read it? The most alarming part of Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa's latest no-show game under the lights. The Buffalo Bills were begging him to throw the ball in the second half, and he couldn't. After Sunday night's 21-14 loss to the Bills, which likely ended the team's realistic Super Bowl hopes and sent them to frozen Arrowhead to face the Kansas City Chiefs in the wild card round, Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniels mentioned how the Bills loaded the box in the second half to stop the run. Single-handedly, and I told y'all that. I told y'all that the Bills was going to come out after halftime making a real effort to make sure they shut down the run. Single high safety looks against Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek would be a layup drill. Instead, Tagovailoa averaged an astounding low 3.6 yards per attempt in the most important 2 quarters of his career. The last of his 14 second half attempts was a pick thrown into double coverage, his 19th and final turnover in 17 games this season. I think we did have opportunities, Tua told reporters after the 6th loss of the season, 6 games, against teams of the year NFL playoffs. We just didn't make the best of those opportunities when we had them. Blah, blah, blah. Read more. The Miami Dolphins Tua dilemma. The Dolphins built all year for the past 2 weeks. For the past 2 weeks. Had they beaten the Ravens and Bills to close out the season, they would have been the number 1 seed in the AFC with all the trappings that come with it. But the offense, McDaniels' calling card, vanished at the worst possible time, managing just 33 points and turning the ball over 5 times against the Ravens and the Bills. As a result, their path to Las Vegas is absurd. The Dolphins need an elite quarterback to navigate that stretch. Tagovailoa, while improved under McDaniel, is at least 1 tier below that, the best, which ain't true. He about 3 tiers below, 2 tiers. In 6 games against playoff teams this year, 5 losses, Tagovailoa completed 65% of his attempts, averaged 6.9 yards per pass with 7 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, and an 84.1 passer rating. We need to not turn the ball over and still be able to be aggressive while doing that, McDaniel said. And then McDaniel goes on to support him. And Adam writes, good for McDaniel to support his guy, but patience might wear thin if Tagovailoa lays another egg next week. Plus the idea floating in some quarters a few weeks ago that Tagovailoa might become the highest paid player in the NFL history this offseason at this point is not based in reality. Committing $50 million plus annually to a guy good enough just to get you a road playoff game or 2 each year is how you wreck your franchise for a half decade. Who been preaching this? Who been preaching this all this time? The Dolphins led 14-7 at the break and could have gotten the Bills monkey off their back. Instead, they had 3 first downs in the second half and no play longer than 4 yards. Tagovailoa is the quarterback. He's gotten the credit when things go good, but he also needs to expect the lion's share of blame. I don't have to defend Tagovailoa. Dolphins Teron Armstead said, I got to protect him. He's a confident guy. He's locked in on the mission of a goal. We have all the faith in the world in him. If Tagovailoa doesn't show up next week, will McDaniel, Chris Greer, and Stephen Ross still feel the same? They have to. They have to. That's pretty much it. They have to. Why is Adam apologizing? Oh, I don't know which Adam you're talking about. Let me see which Adam. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Tua will do well next week. I hope so. Anyway, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Man. We frauds. We always been frauds, and I tried to tell us this. But at some point, I had to shut up because it would have just looked like I was hating as we kept beating them trash teams. If I would have kept on, we frauds, man. Y'all just don't see it yet. People would have, it would have left a nasty taste because the evidence in front of you wouldn't have suggested. But we're frauds. Mike McDaniel is a fraud, and Tua Tagovailoa is a fraud, ladies and gentlemen. And they're building all of this around that. And I understand why he didn't run the ball, because they were loading the box. They were putting 8 in the box in one-on-one football. If you put 8 in the box with a single high safety, you got to throw the ball and take advantage. And our quarterback couldn't. He couldn't. 8 in the box to make sure that they stopped the run. So just so you know, if you understand that, if we would have ran the ball, they would have been all over it. They would have shut down the run. So McDaniel ain't wrong, and Tua ain't wrong for throwing the ball more. But the problem is our quarterback didn't deliver with single high safety. He didn't deliver. And then on top of it, you got single high safety. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Our quarterback ain't sitting there audibling. Tyreek, take off. Cedric, take off. They want to stay single high. Whatever way he go, I'm throwing you the deep ball the other way. He ain't audibling. He's staying in the same play that McDaniel called. Now, you can't get mad at McDaniel calling the play because he don't know what the defense going to be in. McDaniel called a play, and they show single high, and our quarterback know that this play ain't good for it, and he ain't audibling out of it to make them pay. Like Josh Allen was coming up and talking and all that on the line. He ain't doing all of that. Because all he can do is run what McDaniel give him to run because it's cookie cutter because he elementary. Straight system. Got to follow the rules. He ain't got all those other intangibles with the audibles and stuff. When do you see Tua audible? Now, if a quarterback checks out of a pass into a run, okay. But all quarterbacks can do that. But when you check out of a run into a pass, show me. Show me the money. It's 2:30 in the morning, TD, and you still have 1,000 plus listeners. You're a class act. It's 2:30? Gosh, it is 2:30. That bum. All these bums. I'm sick of these bums, man. I'm going to get some sleep, but I'm just saying, man, it's so frustrating, man, because I've been evaluating this team, man, and I've been trying to tell people what was about to happen. Like, real talk, like those who followed this channel for years, I mean, almost like literally 90% of everything I've said, is it not coming to fruition? And some of the decisions we made, I told people, I can't prove it right now, but time always tells. The only messed up thing about what I'm telling y'all now, we won't know for another 2-3 years. Now we at that point. And I gotta wait 2-3 years later, and now it's right in our face. Did I, like, real talk? Tell me in the chat, for those people who've been following me for 3 or 4 plus years, have everything that I said in this regard, is it not coming to fruition right in our face right now? Without debate, without doubt, just straight up confirmation. Straight confirmation. Got crucified for it, hated on, destroyed, attacked. And I had to sit back and be like, dang, man, I'm getting attacked for stuff that I can't prove for 2 or 3 years. I can't prove it. Ain't going to be proven for 2 or 3 years because they're going to have an excuse every year. You think I was mad that Tua got hurt? You think I wasn't mad that Tua got hurt? Do you want to know why I was mad Tua got hurt the last few years? Because I wanted him to be on the field to prove it sooner, and I couldn't. I was mad. Gosh, he got hurt. I was mad because he was delaying proving it. And I was like, dang, the timetable going to be extended even longer now, which is going to make me look wrong even longer. Gosh, man. And people are like, oh, he got to prove he stay healthy this year. And I'm like, please stay healthy so you can show exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I'm telling y'all, I got a feeling this Chiefs game going to get people right back into their delusion. Now, if he bums it out, it is what it is. But this Chiefs game going to get people right back into their delusion. Next year, every time we play a bum, we're going to be right back. Matter of fact, Baltimore could win the Super Bowl this year, and next year we could play them week 1 and blow them out, and oh, we've arrived, and they could end up being the worst team in the NFL. Retire Tua in his coat. You already know what time it is. You already know. I'm going to wait till tomorrow to get in on Twitter. Don't worry. Trust me, they going to hear it. Well, that's fandom, TD. No. Let's not mistake that with fandom. At some point, now, if you younger than 30, then okay, because you don't know better. But at this point, it's time for fandom to actually use our brains and say, you're not going to fool me. I want an actual legitimate chance, a real product on the field. You're not going to fool me and just because we take it, allow you to do it. No, it's time for fandom to step up and call it out and say, no, this ain't it. And just because you won this game, you ain't fooling me. The Chiefs ain't no different than the Cowboys this year. That's why I'm shocked that we lost to the Chiefs, and I'm shocked that we beat the Cowboys. It ain't no different. Now my wife said, please stay off Twitter. Yeah, listen, we got to demand better. And I ain't giving up on the season, man. I'm a real Dolphin fan. I'm gonna have my hope until the very end, man. We're gonna beat these Chiefs. That's where we at with it now. That's where we at with it now, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow. Because once I calm down, we're going to go with the therapy session stream. Because I want to hear from everybody else. Bring them in and hear their thoughts on all this, man. Congratulations to the Buffalo Bills. y'all won the division and y'all are the division champs and you are a better team than the Miami Dolphins. You own us. Josh Allen is our daddy and he is a better bum than Tua. I will see y'all tomorrow, man. Time for me to go get some rest. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. 28,000 subs. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.